Hi everyone, it's day 2. So things that happened from last night to tonight, I ended up making a little bit of money. This is because the 2 maps I had sold, and I believe the interrogation sold right as I ended my stream on day 1. But today we're starting with the 128C. I'm kind of happy about this because I'll be able to put Ignite spread on my gloves, which should make the chest plate that I got on day 1 actually do something. We ended the night with this. I got a raw div, and then I sold an item for a div, so we were able to afford an explodey chest. But it's completely useless until we get Ignite Proliff, but now I should be able to get it. In terms of our plan for today, I want to finish up mapping. I have a few more maps to go. We ended yesterday on like tier 14, 15, 16-ish maps. Have a few more that I haven't done. Should maybe take another hour or 2 to get all of the maps done before I have most of my points. And then from there, we'll be gaming. So my strategy for today is going to be just do essences and altars for a little bit to make up a little bit more money. I don't think we're going to have to do too much of it. And then eventually I want to swap over to this tree. This is something I thought about last night. And this effectively is going to be kind of, Al can go either City Square or Jungle Valley. I might do Jungle Valley because I like the map a little bit more, but both are the same. To where we're going to be rushing the boss, or in Jungle Valley, we're not going to be rushing the boss because we don't need to. The boss doesn't exist. We're going to be getting as many blue quant altars as we can. Then we're going to be doing harvests, which we will guarantee on each map with a harvest sextant. And we're going to be having the yellow plants duplicate sextant on it. So we're going to have a lot of quants. With harvest, we'll be farming harvest. At the same time, we'll also be doing heists, since heist right now seems really insane. Duplication contracts are about 9, sorry, deception contracts are about 9C each, which is kind of insane. And well, there's nothing really else I want on this tree. I was thinking of going like harbingers or boxes. I do have boxes in here, but I'm not going to really put anything into it since we're going growing horde, so we can't do ambush scarab. So the strategy will just be harvest sextants, and then we're going to be doing heist from the map device. Now, I could be doing harvest, but this is just too good. 2 smuggler's caches per 6C is insanely good, especially with this node here. No honor among thieves. That gives you 10% more markers per cache open. It's just that, and deception contracts being worth 9C just make it way too good. So that'll be applying for today. Hopefully we can do that a few hours in and see how much money it makes. Should be pretty good. This was only 40C. I tried getting a higher roll than like a 10% because each percent actually does quite a bit. And if I put it in here with a passive jewel, we can see that this is 142 life regen, which is a pretty decent amount of life regen. For 40C, yeah, this is definitely worth it. I think I also maybe want to pump a few levels into vitality since it's only like level 2. And between these 2, I should feel a lot tankier just because right now we don't really have much regen. Between Stone Golem and everything I have, I think I maybe have like 100, 200 regen. So this basically doubles it, which for 40C, I would say is definitely worth it. And I was going to get cluster jewels, but we can just put it in here for now until I can afford cluster jewels and get a few more levels. All right, so we've been mapping for a few hours in day 2, and we were just missing a few maps left. We are currently at 99 maps out of all 115 that we need to do. And for the sake of saving a little bit of time from me sitting here and buying and figuring out which maps I'm missing, we left it to a vote for chat, and 70% of people agreed we should just pay 5 chaos per map I'm missing. So we paid 80C to some random people in Act 2, and I was able to get the last 16 points I'm missing. As for my tree, it looks a little bit scuffed because I'm trying to make it look like this, as this will be the first strategy I want to do. It's just I don't have enough money for it right now to fully swap to it. I only have 50C, but I probably have a decent amount of money in essences, probably like 2-3 div in essences. And the goal is going to be to farm essences for a little bit, unlock my watchstone since I have to pay a div per watchstone that I want unlocked. And eventually, once I have my watchstones and a little bit of money to unspec the rest of my tree, we'll fully spec into this tree and do harvest with heist. For now, I'm just going to probably buy some low tier maps or something and just do essences since I still have all the essence nodes, and those are my best way of making money. And potentially start buying a few unmakings to get rid of like the Kirak nodes, get rid of like the map progression nodes, which I don't really need anymore. and just put more points into Heist and eventually fully regret this into the other strategy. All right, we need to make some money. The first thing we should do is probably just go and see how much money I have in essences. This is just all of the essences I've gotten while progressing, right? So honestly, they've more than paid for themselves since it only costed me, assuming I wanted to get rid of all my essence stones, it's only going to be like 15 on making. So that's 15C. And this is all the profit I got in return for wasting 15C, which just by itself, this essence pays for the respec. So everything else is pure profit out of here. In terms of these, typically the only ones we want to upgrade, we want to upgrade everything to Shrieking. The only ones we want to upgrade to Deafening are, we can check the price of Torments. These are 1 to 3. These are 2 to 1. So we don't want to upgrade those either. Typically it's just Loathing and like maybe Torment, because this is used for Storm Shrouds, and potentially like Greed and Contempt. But typically selling at Shrieking is a little bit more profit. Okay, so we got 1.1 div worth of essences while just casually mapping, which is not bad considering we are going to be paying 15C to 15C for the respecs. All right, well, we have a div, which I guess will just let us buy some supplies so we do more essences, but good old Allie strat, essences to make money at the start of a season. I don't know how much that was, chest. Looks like how much he costs, like it was 2 div for my exploding chests. Oh, thank God he's paying chaos too. I love this guy. Thank you for paying chaos, not a div, because like I guess it's slightly less than a div, but thank God I prefer chaos over not chaos. Great. Okay, we have money. So yeah, I guess let's just go farm some essences because we need a little bit of seed money. And do we want to do it? I guess we just like spam run low tier maps really quickly for like an hour or two, make enough money to buy my watchstones, then we go game. Where'd I find the 2 div? I got a raw div, and then I got a 6-link Mariketh base. 6-link Mariketh bow, which sold for a div as well. Sure. Let's go spam some essences really quickly in Strand for like an hour or two, and then we can go game. Okay, so we just finished selling all of our essences on TFT. I ended up farming, what is this? A div in essences while mapping. So it costed me 15C and respecs to eventually respec out of the essence nodes, and I made a div. So we essentially just profited a free divine while mapping, which wasn't too bad. I do need a few more div to be able to actually go and start doing our strategy because I need to unlock my watchstones. And because of that, I think we're just gonna take the money that we got, buy a bunch of strands, some low tier maps, and just do some really quick essence runs for maybe 4 or 5 div, which should take maybe an hour or two. And then with that money, we can go and respec into this tree and then go do some tier 16 Alkengo. So we bought 40 silos. This was 120C. And it's all we need to be able to go make some money with low tier essences. We're just gonna shove the majority of them back into my stash. I'll keep like this many on me. And then we just take some wisdom, some scrolls, we slap it in. I'm not even gonna alch them. We don't need to do anything special. We don't need to scour them. We just leave them as is. And then we just click essence and then we just go. And we run through the map as fast as we can. We get all the essences and we move on to the next one. The reason we're doing low tier maps is because essences don't scale with map tier. They're the same at every point. So it's just easier for me to do them in a low tier map, whereas you can see I like kill them in like 2 seconds versus a tier 16 map where it's tier 16 or monster level 83 monsters, which are substantially harder to kill. And yeah, we still get the same exact essences. So might as well just make our life really easy and do them here where they realistically won't pose any threats like me dying. And I just picked Silo because I like it. It's really easy map to clear since, well, it's a straight line. So you want to do a map where you make sure you don't miss a single monster, where you don't miss like a single little bit of it. So you want like the linear maps because that way you don't accidentally like miss an essence somewhere in like a random corner of the map. It's like, this is good. Strand is good. There's a few others like Tower is also good as well. And we just buy whatever and just run it quickly for money. That's all it is. And like just in this map alone, I made what, maybe like 15C-ish after the costs. And like we don't even need to kill the boss. We just leave. The boss is a waste of time. Not going to do the harvest, not going to touch anything else because they're just completely pointless. We just put the next map in and we go. Okay, I tell them I kiss my homies goodnight every night, okay? I treat my essences with fucking respect and love and care. Right? They're cute ass essences. You deserve better. Allie and Casa Portal, okay, fuck you. That too. One more thing to add about the strategy as well is we're going to quickly respec my tree a little bit. This is a little bit inefficient, but it's okay. It's just like 10C. What we're going to do is I'm going to drop all these points for like the map chance because we're not going to be doing high tier maps yet. And I'm going to be potentially trying to drop something else. But what I want to do is I want to block every single mechanic. Okay, so we do need one more point from somewhere. I was trying to count how many points so I don't go over like the points we haven't earned yet. I guess we just get rid of random points. But with this, with every mechanic blocked, we get chance at extra contents, and essences are extra content. So that with Stream of Conscious is going to give us on average 2 extra essences per map, which is great. The rest of this doesn't really matter. We don't care about the quant or anything, but I'm just going to leave my tree the way it is. Exactly. Ah, it's so hot. Ah. Key color, exactly. Key color. Oh, I am dropping frames for a second. What are you hiding? What are you fucking hiding? What are you fucking what are you hiding? What? They're just essences. You telling me you don't moan for essences? Ah, essence daddy, you will. Oh, we have big RF. What are you hiding? What are you what? This is normal. This is normal behavior. Fuck you. Pause champ. Ah, look at it. Look at all the fucking essences. It will. All right, so we've done exactly 30 minutes of essences, and I just want to see how profitable this is with people like entering the essence market. So let's see, in half an hour of doing this at 100% price, if we select essences and if we load, so in half an hour we made 1 div. Assuming there's a little bit of variance here and there, is like 2 div an hour by itself. It's not great. The essence market is kind of destroyed, especially this late into the season, but this 2 div an hour for this really isn't that bad considering I don't really have anything better to do right now because I can't get my Voidstone. So yeah, I guess we'll just do this for an hour or two. We'll get like 5-6 div and then we should be able to move on to a strategy that actually like makes a decent amount of money per hour. Scammer! Wait, what? Wait. How do you have a wait? Huh? Wait. How do you have a white beast? It doesn't even fit in the thing. This is a cursed item. This is a cursed item, sir. What the fuck is this? That's a cursed ass item. How do you have a white beast? The fuck is this shit? Don't use that. Save it. We are saving it. This is the Allie meme museum. If we do them sub tier 4, okay, you know what? Sure. What is it? What is this? What the fuck is this, sir? How? Oh, you 5-1 them, right? This is just 5-1. The meme museum is growing. We have a timeless jewel. Does this do anything if we put in here? Nope. Does nothing. Beautiful. Look at that. All right. So now in the meme museum, we now have a normal timeless jewel and we have a white beast. Okay, so we've been doing essences for about 40-50 minutes or so, and we realized we're only making like a div an hour. And people in chat said that if we do beasts with low tier essences, actually really good. So currently, split beasts and imprint beasts are worth a lot of money. And if we do low tier maps, if we're sub tier 5, we actually remove a lot of the bloat up here. If we do like tier 16 maps, we'll get like the pharaohs and the spider boss. We'll get all the boss ones and then all the other garbage beasts as well. So if we do low tier maps, we remove a lot of them and we get a substantially higher chance for the red beast to be the one that we want. And what we're doing in our tree is we're picking up all the beast nodes, right? So if we take this specifically, it doubles the chance to see deep ones, which is Cake Camaros, which is what the split beast, which is like the imprint beast, which is like a div or 2 div right now. And then this makes it twice as likely for it to show up. We pick up all these nodes because it gives us more chance for red beasts. We pick this up because it gives us more chance for packs as red beasts. We pick up these small nodes here because it gives us a chance to create copies. And then we come over here and get this for even more red beasts. And then the rest of my tree, I cleaned it up a little bit. It's still pretty much the same thing. We're blocking everything to get essences. I can get rid of all these map nodes. They're kind of useless, but it's just essences is beasts and shrines. And then In our map device, we're just going to be doing the same tier 2 maps that we were doing before. Silage, just a good layouts. And we're using polished beast series scarabs. So we could do gilded. Gilded gives us +1 beast. But they were twice as expensive. And if this works with polished, then it'll just only be better with gilded. And then we're just doing essences on the map device. And I can put all of them in here and only consume one at a time. So I could ignore the scarabs for 40 maps now. And hopefully this should be like 4 or 5 div an hour. It's actually pretty good. We can make like a whole guide on this specifically. But let's do this for a little bit and see how much money it makes. We're going to be doing an hour of the beast strat. We started at 1730. We're going to go into 1830 and see how much money we make, because people have been asking how much div per hour it is. And I guess, well, in an hour, we'll see, right? I bought a lot of strands. I think I paid 5 chaos per strand. It really doesn't matter how much you pay for them. You just need to get maps. At whatever price you pay, you're going to make money no matter what. I have a bunch of scarabs. We just slap them onto the map device, forget about them, and then we just press essence on every map. We put the map in. If it's alked, if it's an item, who cares? We just slap it in however it is. Doesn't really matter. And we just go through, we get all the beasts, we get all the essences, and we leave. So we did an hour of beast farming. I'm not exactly sure how many maps we did. I think we did like maybe 40 something maps, like maybe 40, 41, 42 maps. In terms of loot that we got from this, it was just like 2 fractured items, so like maybe 20C from that. We got these like 5C, so like maybe 20C and just random garbage. And then we got, if we quickly look at our beasts, let's see if I go get the regex for it. We ended up getting 5 of these, which are, I think these are 5C each. Yeah, it's like 5C each, so 25C in Lynx Alphas. We got 1 Spooter, which is 85C, and we got 3 Crygeeks, which is 1.3 div each. So this is 4 div between all. Yeah, so let's just say 4 div in beasts, just beasts. Then if we look at the essences that I got in an hour of farming this, I completely emptied out this tab to make sure all the essences were from this hour. If we quickly upgrade everything to shrieking and then loathing all the way to deafening, and then we quickly leave. So we reset our tab and then we come over to PoE stack and then we load the essence tab at 100%. So 2.5 div in essences in 1 hour. So we made 6.5 div this hour farming this method. That's not bad. Now we did get a little bit lucky because we did get 3 of these. So realistically, let's say we only got 2. I think even 2 is a little bit high. We made about what, 5-ish div an hour, like 5.2, 5.3 div an hour ish, something around there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Pretty good. Okay. So all right. So we've been farming beasts for a little bit. The only problem is, hello, I'm Allie, and I caused the market to do things. And if we currently look at the maps that we're using for a beast strategy, yeah, doing this on stream is a bad idea. They're all gone. There's like none left of the good maps at all. They're all gone. The Allie effect happens. So there is one way to infinitely sustain these maps, and that is through abusing shadow shaping, which makes it so our favorited maps cannot be found in our maps. So what I want to do is I want to unlock my favorite map. So I know I have these unlocked, but currently I only have 4 of these unlocked, right? We did Elder Guardian, a Shaper Guardian, a Conqueror, and we get one for doing a tier 16 map. These are all from bosses and whatnot. And I think tomorrow we will go and unlock these. But with shadow shaping, what we'll be doing is we want to do strands, right? So we'll favor Orchard, we'll favor Bellfly, we'll favor Ports, and then we'll favor some other tier 3 maps to make it so when a tier 3 map drops, it most likely will try to choose strands. And with this, we should be able to very easily sustain strand as long as we have most of these unlocked. And I think what I want to do next is I want to unlock my Voidstone. So what we decided to do is if we look at Atlas passives, we can see that I get 2 passives from Eater World, a passive from Elder, from Maven, and from Searing Exarch. Well, my Voidstones are locked until I pay a div to unlock each. And when we do that, so for example, if I pay a div to unlock the Searing Exarch Voidstone, I'm also going to get the 2 passive points that we would have gotten, right? So we're effectively, quote unquote, pretend paying a div for a carry, right? We're super overpaying. So we also get the 2 passive points, and then we'll also get the favorite slot. So what I think I want to do next is I think I want to burn 2 div, which we have 1 here. And then I guess I'll just do it with chaos for the second one. But I want to burn 2 div to pretend unlock 2 watch zones. Not only to get 4 passive points, but to also get my favorite maps since I really, really need those. And then we'll do Shaper and Cyrus and Elder and Maven and whatnot later on. So what I did all of last season and what I'm going to do this season is if we need to burn money, I'm not just going to delete it because that's kind of stupid. Like I've deleted 2030C the series, but I like to just come here. This guy, he's perfect. This guy's perfect. Let me just give the money away. Might as well give it to someone else because it's like, well, I don't need it. I have a stupid amount of money outside the series anyway. Might as well give it to Juice Boners and let him have fun with the money than, you know, for me to sit here and like, you know, delete it or whatever. So we'll give it to one person there and we'll go to Act 2 and we'll find someone else to give the other div to get 2 Voidstones. Let's see who here deserves it. Who is okay, this guy. He's an RF enjoyer. He might be AFK. Hopefully he's not. That guy with the door. Wait, that guy deserves it. This guy at the door. I can't click on him. If he moves, he gets it. The guy at the door deserves it. He's a little cutie. But I can't. Oh, I think I had him for a second. But the guy with the door deserves it. Okay, he's not going to get it, I guess. Wait, maybe. Damn it. Oh, there. RF Sheep. Another RF enjoyer. Perfect. Another RF enjoyer. He can have the money, assuming he trades me. Surely he trades me. Sir. No, sir. Okay, well, you ignore my trades. Sag. All right, who else deserves it? You. Nope, you seem like you have money. You have 7 league steps. You don't count. I want to give it to people who Perfect. Ice BB. Someone who's not using leveling uniques. Somebody who seems like they could use the money. There, so we gave a div to 2 people. I don't know, maybe make someone's day. Maybe they have more fun at PoE. They could do whatever they want with the money. I'm just trying to give it to people who seem like they don't have money or aren't using leveling uniques or where the case is. Cool. So done with that. We paid 2 divs. So now we have this Voidstone unlocked and this Voidstone unlocked. Now for the strategy we're doing, we'll just leave them back in here. I don't actually need them, but we have 2 Voidstones unlocked if we ever want to use Voidstones for anything. We have 4 passive points, so pick up Shadow Shaping, and I'll figure out where the rest of the points go, probably like quantity and that. And most importantly, the reason I did that is I get 2 more favorite map slots. So now, for example, we would favor, I don't know, Overgrown Shine. Oh, we already did Overgrown Shine, so maybe Lair and, I don't know, Primordial Pool. And we'll just keep favoring some more tier 3 maps. Ideally, I'm okay with letting things like Silo through, Tower through, Strand, because they're all decent maps to run the strategy on. But we'll get the rest of these tomorrow on day 3 or something. But yeah, there's a tiny little bit of gap on YouTube until like we start putting out these videos. Never see a sun again. I'm sorry. So it's the end of day 2. Today we didn't really do anything, and so in terms of upgrades, I didn't upgrade a single thing. I did get a Vol RF at the start of the day, because we bought a Explodey chest and it was a sack garb, so it has +1 of Vol skills, which means we get +1 on Vol RF. Got that for like 3C, but that's, in terms of gear, that's the only upgrade I made outside of the Watcher's Eye, which I specifically bought one with life regen rate because this is about 150 regen. Actually helped quite a lot. This is, I think, 40C. And my God, this actually made tier 16 farming really, really easy while we're still getting our points. Majority of today was spent on, you know, getting all my points, getting all my progression done. And I must say, I'm actually really happy with the strategy. I will have a video on the strategy out either after this video or before this video. It might already be out. We'll see which order we do things in. But for everything we did today, I'll have a farming strat out for it. I still need to work out how we want to do shadow shaping exactly, but that'll be for the video itself. In total today, we'd spent about the first half progressing and then the second half making money, but we were holding maybe what 4 or 5 div an hour. Once we were farming, we have a raw div. I did have 2 div more earlier, but I did spend 2 of them unlocking 2 Voidstones. So we would have had 3 div to play with. In essences, if we want to quickly update everything, I can go look at how much money we have in essences, but it should be like, I think 4 or 5 div in essences actually starting to become a decent amount. And then in terms of beasts, if I go and very quickly go get the Regex and we check, let's see, did we get any more beasts? Yeah, so we got 3 of these. This is a div, and then this is another 1.3 divs. This is two div in there. And then I have 2 more of these to sell. So that's another 2.5 div, and I have 1 of these to sell. So we probably have currently 6, 7 div. Sorry, yeah, maybe around almost 10 div actually with essences and with the beast. Yeah, it's about 10 div in raw currency, which is not bad. If I were to sit here and spam run this strategy for the next 30 hours, we would actually be done with the series. So we could be theoretically done on day 4, day 5 if I just sat here and do this, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do a bunch of different strategies to show people what's possible with money, or what's possible to do to make money. It's not bad. Tomorrow, I'll do a little bit more beast farming, and then we'll be moving on to the strategy I came up with at the end of day 1, which is jungle valleys or city squares with heists and with harvests. The only things we're using here is the harvest sextants for both duplicated plants and for guaranteed harvest. And then we'll put heists from the map device, and then we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping this should be about 6, 7 div an hour. And if it's not, we just come back to beast farming and essence farming, and we can figure out a different strategy to go from there. But that's all for day 2, and hope to see you guys on day 3.